All right. So, what I am going to be doing here today is we are going to be, I'm going to be doing something different here. And through the analytics that I was able to come up with over the years, you know what I mean? I've gathered information, you know, and of my fan base. And I don't know why I'm being so dragging about this, but yeah. Anyway, about my fan base, my analytics, and everything, and through time, I've come up with the understanding that the videos that usually get the most traction with me are like my interaction videos, or my reaction videos. Those are the ones that seem to always get the most traction. Alright, so I've come to the conclusion that I should probably have a reaction channel. Just saying. Alright, makes sense, right? So, what I'm going to do now is this is going to be my very first reaction video, and it's going to be on an individual that I don't personally know the individual, but we've had some back and forth with him. He had some issues with some of my elders, and they had some type of spat online, and I think like dudes still be like trying to like be on some sneak diss and shit. So that's why like I was sent this link, and this is the reason why I'm even doing my first reaction video on this, because I feel like this dude is like, he's like itching for some type of reaction from our camp or whatever. So like I feel like this is the perfect chance to kind of you know, get the conversation out on the table, because I like I said, you know, there's just been a lot of, I really feel like Buddy be worried about what I be doing with my life and whatnot. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's neither here or there. We're not going to get into that. We're just going to go ahead. I think we're just going to jump into the video here, and we're going to do the reaction. Fuck it. Let's go, y'all. Let's get it, man.
Good shot, kid. You got him.
I want to start off with showing y'all, let me start it off right. So I'm going to be reading some things, so don't get me wrong. I may miss, like if y'all doing donations or something like that during my segment, don't get it twisted. I'm definitely going to be shouting you out as soon as I be able to see it. But when I'm reading something, I may not be able to see it at the time that you do it, okay? But I'm definitely going to shout you out. I don't want y'all to get disappointed in that. All right, so let me bring this down. And I'm going to bring this up, because the first thing I want to show y'all is, what the hell is this? So we're going to go into this. Let me make sure this is zoomed in enough. Yeah, y'all can see that clear on y'all side. All right, so check this out. This is what we're going to do. Double checking to make sure I got all my stuff in order. Yep, okay.
I want to say something real quick. One thing about him, this guy, I don't know if you call it showmanship or whatever, but he likes to talk a lot. You know what I mean? And I just want you guys to always be wary of individuals that just have an excessive reason to elaborate over and over on things. Be cautious of these people. Be very cautious of them.
So I'm going to be reading a couple of things because y'all, if you don't know by now, the government is extremely close to perma-banning TikTok, the app TikTok, from the United States, meaning American users will be removed from TikTok servers. Okay, now, before I bring up a few things that many may have overlooked, let me give you an update on what's going on here, just in case some of you guys missed something that's been going on. There are a few details that are not clear that I want to make sure that I bring to your attention. Now, what you see now is HR 7521. Okay, which was recently introduced right here. It's going to say March 5th, 2024. That was a few days ago, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever they move this quickly, it's usually for a reason, whether good or bad. I just want that to be known. So, they are...
Something I want to say about that. Yeah, he's right about that. Because, as I said in the beginning, I feel like this is some type of maneuver to put a damper on the voices of individuals that don't normally get platformed. All right, this is my honest opinion. I feel like this is what it is what it is. Because this platform has been around for a while now, and then it's just like all of a sudden now, because why? All of a sudden individuals like myself, we're starting to get traction, we're starting to gain a crowd, we're starting to gain a populace. It has people on edge because they're like, these people, they know that these people have a level of authenticity that people are going to gravitate to. And it's like, why the rush now all of a sudden? Well, if I'm not mistaken, TikTok came around like 2015, 2016 maybe, I think. Maybe 2017. I'd have to Google it and look. But I know it's been around for a while. And now, all of a sudden, well, the difference is that, well, I didn't always have 10,000 plus followers. So, that may be nothing in the grand scheme of things of some of the followers that some people have on these platforms, but when you have connected to the legacy and the level of authenticity, I think that makes people nervous because our voices are the voices that they don't want the mass population really hearing us. It's my honest opinion.
Calling this bill, Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. Adversary is, of course, another way of saying like enemy. So sometimes you may hear me replace the...
Yeah. See, this is what I mean. This is like that kind of, I don't know, slick underhand shit. Right there. That right there. Enemy. Who's the enemy? Who's your enemy? On TikTok. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what I mean by like he always. This is why they sent me this. This is why I got this email.
This word with the word enemy. As I read parts of this bill to you, I'm getting ready to do it now. So let's matter of fact, before I read the bill, let me start off with the summary. Real quick. Let me go to the summary because that is it's funny. Alright, make sure y'all can see that, yeah. Okay.
And see the fact that you see what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. What's funny about this? Because, like, alright, y'all sitting there, you laughing. Alright, anybody who knows this guy, like, he didn't make his main fan base off of TikTok. You know what I mean? He's a YouTuber. Alright, so I feel like that he's kind of being, like, smug a little bit. There, he's like laughing, like, but bro, I guarantee you this. It's us today. It's gonna be y'all tomorrow. Mark my words, yo. Like, he's sitting there laughing and like joking. He's like, it's funny. Like, alright.
Y'all can see that good.
Alright,
so the summary goes as follows. This is the same bill. It says, this bill prohibits distributing, maintaining, or providing internet hosting services for an adversary-controlled app. Example, TikTok. Adversary. Okay. However, the prohibition does not apply to a covered application. We're going to get into that. That executes... Hold on, wait. Y'all can't see it? I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. How about that? Can y'all see it now? Y'all can see it? Let me know. I don't know why, but my chat just stopped moving all of a sudden. Okay, y'all can see it now, right? Okay, however, the prohibition does not apply to a covered application that executes a qualified divestiture. This is...
I don't know. I felt kind of something there too. Like he was trying to be sly. It could have been nothing. It could have been something. Like, because it's like, can you see it? Is it clear to you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to be funny about, you know what I mean? Can I see you? Is it clear? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching.
Very important.
Maybe I'm reaching.
Qualified divestiture as determined by the president. That I'm reading this part right here, just in case y'all didn't follow me the other part. But a divestiture is the process of like selling off subsidiary business interests or like investments, like assets, property. Is usually done by the business's owners or president of that business, not the president.
Right. Now, he's right about that. These type of affairs would be like, if it was part of it would be like, you know, trustee, CEO, people of that nature. The fact that he has a good point, I do agree with him here. That's a good point, that the president of the United States is forcing this into law and pushing this through. It is kind of concerning that the chief commander of the so-called free world is concerned about an app that it's interesting. Needless to say, I hear you on that one.
Of the United States. This new policy grants the president greater authority, basically, to decide which apps are considered covered apps. We're gonna talk about that part right here, based on their business dealings with or sale of any interest, assets, or property to the government, though.
Excuse me.
So it's granting the president more power to determine their business dealings with these particular apps based off of the sale of any interest coming from that app or business, rather, assets or property to the government. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. That part, and I ain't even getting to the meat and potatoes of this thing right here. That's a big deal, especially when the government has not done anything to assist the growth of a company that is not initially owned, partnered, or partially owned by the government. That's a big deal. All right, so let's come right here. Under the bill, a foreign adversary-controlled application is directly or indirectly operated by ByteDance or TikTok, including, y'all saying commercials. I hope y'all back now. Including their subsidiaries or successors to a social media company that is controlled.
He's saying commercials. Yo, if y'all watch YouTube all the time, you might as well go and get them commercials taken out of there. Like, I'm just saying, that shit lightweight.
By a foreign adversary and has been determined by the president to be or to present a significant threat to national security. So not the government, the president, again, is determining if the app is a significant threat to national security. The prohibition does not apply to an application that is primarily used to post product reviews, business reviews, or travel information and reviews. Okay. They basically concluded that TikTok and its parent company, ByteDance, that right here, that's who owns TikTok. They're claiming that they're both controlled oppositions, right here. Meaning that they are affiliated with an enemy of the United States. Most likely the enemy they're referring to is the CCP. But what's odd about this is that TikTok has been around like since 2016. Okay, right. And became popular in the United States in like 2018, 2000.
That's what I said. I said it was like, I knew it was like 2016, somewhere around there, like 15. And I said it somewhere around in that. I knew it was somewhere around in that area, but he just confirmed it. Cool. All right.
19 when it picked up. It's 2024. And now TikTok is a national security risk?
What the fuck did I just say? See, this is how I know that I don't be sitting there talking on motherfucking bullshit, yo. Like, he literally just said the same exact fucking thing that I just said before. Like, come on, man. Come on. Now, why now? Why all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden is it a problem? Where's all this smoke coming from? All of a sudden you got all this smoke for the God. Motherfuckers pick up a little traction and they got all this smoke for the God. All of a sudden. You hear me? That's how I know I don't be talking no bullshit.
After gaining popularity in the United States like, 6-7 years ago? It is now considered a significant risk to American society? For who? Politicians? Now, I understand, okay.
These politicians is hypocrites and motherfucking bitch me. You hear the voices from beyond the grave. Yeah. Everybody who forgot about that one. I just felt like the Great Spirit put that on my heart. I had to put that one. I had to do that right there.
Some people There's going to be people out there who dislike TikTok for all it's worth. But what is the difference between TikTok and companies like Facebook, for example, that collect data?
You know, I see how I hear he basically said the same thing, but I see like why he's dancing around it, because like that's where he's getting his money at, is over on YouTube. And like, it's not throwing any shade at YouTube, but I see like he kind of danced around a little bit, like, cause what is the difference? Like, right off the bat, what's the difference between TikTok and YouTube? Just saying. But I see like how you kind of dance. You like Facebook. You went to Facebook. Facebook ain't it nowhere near on the video. I mean, it's probably good. I don't know. I would have went to YouTube. I don't know, man. He kind of danced that.
From their users and use that data against them to sell merchandise and other items as ads on their application. And this is true. Like, people inadvertently sell their privacy away to these companies as soon as they are intrigued to accept the terms of service. They don't usually read it. Just hurry up and download the app based on its popularity alone.
But the thing is that a lot of times you can't even motherfucking download the shit if you don't accept the terms. There's no way of it's not really like a way of opting out of it or going around it, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So like, just saying. Like I know what he's talking about, but like when you come across it, a lot of times you can't even do anything about it. They force you and they accept it. It's like, oh, you gotta accept it, or you can't even download this shit, or you can't even go through the process. Like, I remember that reminded me of a story of a few years ago. I went and I had got a new video game system and whatnot, and I needed damn Wi-Fi to set the damn video game system up. I was like, I had moved it. This was a few years back. We were renting a place, and we had moved into the place and everything, and I had got a new video. I had fell out the whole video gaming thing for a while there, and I had went and got me a gaming system and whatnot, and I was just so taken back that I couldn't take the video game system out of the box and just start playing it. Because growing up in my era, you didn't need no Wi-Fi to set the damn system up. I was so irritated. I was like, you motherfuckers, yo. So I had to wait a couple days until the internet people came and got the internet set up to even play the video game system. But like I said, that just reminded me of like the terms. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even go through, like they have certain roadblocks that you can't even go from point A to point B unless you accept it. I couldn't even play the fucking video game if I didn't have Wi-Fi. Like, the days of just taking a video game system out the box and just playing it is over. Like, I was so taken back by that and irritated. So anyway, I felt like that was relevant.
But real talk, what's the difference between TikTok and apps like Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, Instagram? We can name them. When all of these apps record a user's conversation 24/7, okay, and also turn on the user's cell phone cameras to record their lives without their knowledge. What is the difference?
You know, it's crazy that he said that, like, the fact that he brought that up about, like, the cameras and recording, because people all the time, they triple me. Because I put tape over my cameras. My kids, they look at it and they be like, Dad, we do that. I'm like, man, I know some old hellified dudes out here that's into this hacking shit that get down. Like, and then they could do some shit that you like. Oh, I seen some motherfuckers do some shit where I'm like, So, I mean, you can't stop everything, but I mean, you can make it hard for them. You know what I mean? And just little shit like that. But yeah, it's funny that he said that. That's interesting.
Politicians wouldn't consider those privacy breaches a national security risk for Americans, would they?
I agree.
No. You know why? Because politicians depend on these apps to assist with their political agendas or political campaigns.
That's an interesting point, too. Because somebody like Trump knows how to utilize social media because he's a social media personality. So, he's right there. I agree there.
By collecting data from you, the user. Right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? And they are able to buy ads and buy off them bloggers and media outlets that's on these social sites to promote their campaigns.
I agree with that.
However, it's not possible. That's not possible with TikTok. Because the government does not control the app. Now, y'all may recall when Donald Trump was president, he demanded that TikTok be banned. Also, y'all remember that? I'm about to get into it. But I just want to see if y'all remember that. When Donald Trump was president, he immediately put out an EO. Wanting to...
Now, like I said, I don't know what he's getting ready to say about Trump, but Trump, he's a social media personality, yo. Like, anyway, he's gonna always be able to use it to his advantage. Like, I don't know if y'all remember, that's why they banned him from it. And all that shit, like, y'all remember that? Like, they banned him on Twitter and all that. So, like I said, I don't know what he's getting ready to say, but, like, I just want to add that, you know what I mean? Like, he's always going to be able to use that to his advantage.
Top band. You don't believe me? Here, go right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. This it right here. He issued, President Trump, as president, issued the executive order on addressing the threat posed by TikTok. Look at the name of the executive order, though. On August 6, 2020. He wanted TikTok banned.
See, that's kind of crazy right there, because, like, with him being a social media individual, for him wanting to ban it, you would think he would know how to use TikTok to his advantage. So I don't know. Like, I don't know why he would do that. But we'll listen. Let's listen in.
Because he and his administration alleged that the Chinese government was using TikTok's video sharing service to surveil millions of Americans. They were breaking it down. Matter of fact, what I gotta give to, at least they outlined all possible alleged national security risks within this EO. which was about a paragraph or so long, if I'm not mistaken. It was like from here, yeah, conduct corporate espionage. Oh, hold on, shoot, probably, yeah, about 2 paragraphs long. But at least they pointed it out. Okay, but HR 7521 fails to mention any such risk. I just want to point that out. But Trump issued his executive order banning TikTok unless it was a...
All right. So what I'm understanding is the issue, what they're saying is, all right, it's a proprietary issue, is what I'm gathering from the information. TikTok basically has owners in China that control, the complete 100% of the shares, I'm guessing, of these companies and whatnot. And they're not so friendly with us. So yeah, I understand this part. So what they're saying is that these people own these, this country owns it, and the data that's being collected on the platform may be being translated into some form of espionage, because it could be, like, we don't know what they're doing with the data. So yeah, it could be like they could be using it as a platform for espionage. I don't know. But then again, though, what all information are they gathering, though? It's hard to say. Credit card numbers. He said they're using it to access cameras and everything. I don't know. That's interesting, but I could see how that might be an issue, though. It could be an issue. I gotta play devil's advocate here and whatnot, because if there's something shady going on there, even as much as, like I said, I love TikTok. TikTok is one of the first platforms to give me a voice. I'm not sure how much information they're going to be able to espionage to be able to gather from there, because a lot of it's a bunch of younger people and people who have top level clearance. I don't even think those people even have TikTok or even watch TikTok. That's a simple... If you worry about espionage and things of that nature, like people who have high level clearance and stuff, they just, you just keep them from downloading the app. Because everyday people, how much espionage and how much threat to the national security, how many people are on here, online, on TikTok, talking about top secret classified information. I could see that being a problem if the app is downloaded on an individual's phone who has some sort of top level security clearance. Then you could see that information may possibly being compromised. But I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of slippery slope there. I think that sounds like they're making excuses a little bit.
Acquired by an American company. By the way, this order never went through. It never came into effect. The federal courts, believe it or not, challenged it and threw it out. And made a big deal about it, and he got a lot of bad rap for doing this. If y'all can recall that time. So let me ask y'all, what makes this situation with Donald Trump trying to ban TikTok any different than this one? What makes it any different? Some of you may say it's because of those little weird, dangerous challenges that creators will perform in their videos on TikTok. Some of you may say it's timing because of the presidential.
See, like, that's one thing too. Like, there was a lot of little crazy little dances and little challenges and stuff they had going on with there, but there also is a lot of truth, a lot of conspiracy videos like that. From what I understand, from my better understanding of TikTok, or the basis of what it was built from, it was built supposedly as like an educational platform, and it was supposed to be used to create educational content, to be stimulating, to create conversation and things like that. From my better understanding, because I actually did do a little bit of research on the brother company that they're talking about here, because it's not called that over there, TikTok over in China. It's something else. It has a different name. I forget what the name of it is, but it's used as an educational platform over there. And in all means, it could be used for the same thing here. It has to do with the content creators. You have to create the content. All right. Unfortunately, people in America create content of shaking their ass. All right. That right there doesn't really fall on the platform. That kind of falls on the people that are on the platform, the people who are creating the content. Just saying.
Vote coming up, right? Matter of fact, some of y'all may even say it's because of the Democrats. Like I see y'all right now in the chat. The Democrats want control over TikTok, right? To persuade users to vote for Biden during the presidential election. What if I told you that Donald Trump changed his mind? But look, I'm about to look. I gotta play this. Donald Trump changed his mind.
Mr. President, talking about China, I want to ask you about perhaps one of the biggest business stories and policy stories of the moment, and that is TikTok. You have called TikTok a national security threat. At one point, you said that their, quote, data collection threatens to allow the Chinese Communist Party access to Americans' personal and proprietary information, and yet it appears that you've now reversed your view on banning TikTok. Why is that?
So I had it done, and then Congress said, well, they ultimately usually fail. They are like extremely political, and they're extremely subject to people called lobbyists who happen to be very, very talented, very good, and very rich. I could have banned TikTok. I had it banned just about. I could have gotten it done. But I said, you know what? But I'll leave it up to you. I didn't push them too hard because, let them do their own research and development. And they decided not to do it. But as you know, I was at the point where I could have gotten it done. If I wanted to, I sort of said, you guys decide. You make that decision because it's a tough decision to make. Frankly, there are a lot of people on TikTok that love it. There are a lot of young kids on TikTok who will go crazy without it. There are a lot of users. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad with TikTok.
Hold up, real quick. I just gotta state, Donald Trump is off the. Okay, Donald Trump.
Once again, though, like I said, everybody keeps saying the kids and whatnot. The platform was not originally created for just children. It was, like I said, its brother company. It was created as an educational platform, and a lot of those crazy videos that you hear about other different forms of stories that you wouldn't hear. I'm not sitting there saying that that these stories are true or they're not true. I know that I do hear sometimes I hear some content on TikTok that I've never heard before, and I feel like I would have never heard it if it wasn't for the platform. So, like I said, playing the devil's advocate there, I have to sit and say that there's a good and bad to it, to everything,
4 years ago, wanted to ban TikTok. Right now, he's changing his mind. Notice how he said there's a lot of kids on TikTok. Y'all gotta understand. Excuse me. Oh, let me get my water. Right now. Hold up. Y'all gotta understand, Donald Trump is not a politician. But that was a strategic move to state that it's a lot of kids on TikTok because we know it's true. And we want their vote, right? So why would he take, you would think it's the only thing that the children would have, why would he take that away from them? I don't think he was thinking like that as president, because now he needs votes.
See, this right there, this is that. I think he's trying to be smart again right there. Because he's like, oh, the children, they're going to take it away from them, and the kids and all that. And, like, trying to be funny. Because, like I said, this dude, from what I know, he's not a TikToker, he's a YouTuber and whatnot, and he's like, oh, you know what I mean, thinking that it's funny and keeps saying, oh, it's the kids and that, the kids. I know that there is a lot of kids on there, but I mean, there's a whole lot of ass shaking fucking videos on TikTok too, so I don't know how many kids are really watching that shit. And so I'm just saying, like, to sit and say that it's just kids on there is kind of crazy and whatnot. That's kind of weird.
So that was strategic. I like how he stated that. That was more of the way he slipped that in there, he dropped that in there. I wouldn't consider that political slick talk. I would consider that more of a business marketing mindset. That's more like, wait a minute, I need these kids. Nah, let them have it. That's what it sounds like to me. And then, because if you think about it, then that will force all the children to be like, yes, Trump, yeah, let's keep it. We want to get. That was just, I love that. I ain't gonna lie, I love that move. That move right there put him above Biden, because it's the Biden administration that look like the bad guy right now. So we just gonna wipe away clean the risk that he pointed out, though, 4 years ago? That's the catch, though, y'all. That's the catch. They alleged... Oh, let me drop this down real quick. I'm gonna come right back. He alleged... What the hell? I dropped it down. He alleged in here... Wait. Why my stuff not moving? Wait. Hold up. Alright, hold on, that's why. Alright. So he alleged in here that it was, let me see. This data collection threatens to allow the Chinese Communist Party access to Americans' personal proprietary information, potentially allowing China to track the locations of federal employees and contractors. Like, I mean, that's kind of... This is, just in case y'all think I'm lying, this was Trump executive order. So I'm just saying, he said that they had to do their research. They had to do their own research. But I, Donald Trump, President of the United States, find that additional steps must be taken to deal with the national emergency with respect to the information and communications technology and services. Supply chain. I don't know, y'all. I don't know about that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not on neither body's side, okay? Again, I gotta keep repeating this because I don't want people to think, oh, he going for Trump now. And then all of a sudden, oh, he going for Biden now. No, I'm not with neither party. I know for a fact that this is the government trying to have control. In fact, let me mention that. Elon Musk, he tweeted, or should I say he X'd. God damn it, I mean, because he...
Like I said, that's basically what it boils down to. Man, this dude is on here talking for an hour and 21 minutes. And, I don't know if I'm going to sit here and watch this whole thing. He's basically talking about and saying the same thing that I already thought what it was going to be. It's some sort of government overreach. Is basically what it is. All right. It's for some odd reason, it's become an issue now. Whether it be political or internal, external, but like I said, he's basically confirming and saying the same thing that I already thought it was, that there's some reason, deeper reason, and we all should be concerned by it, because if it's happening in TikTok today, it's going to be YouTube and all the other platforms tomorrow. There's some way it's being used as a catalyst, okay? The fact that it's owned by China as an excuse because it's an outside entity, but like I said, once that starts, where does it stop at? I don't just like you, I love you. In the words of my elder, there is no way to say goodbye in our language. So we're gonna say, Danada, Dohahi, brothers and sisters. Uske, Deja Doge, say you less tea. What up?